How's it going, gents? Here we are today in my absolutely trashed garage. It's just full of shit everywhere. But I have a cool trip coming up on not my little WR, but this big WR. This is a Yamaha Tenere World Raid. We'll count that as a WR. Yamaha has graciously lent me this bike to do a trip on that I'm doing. I received the bike yesterday and I'm going tomorrow morning. So I did not have much time to get her set up, but she's pretty dialed in from factory. So this is the World Raid Tenere. So this has got the upgraded KYB suspension, more travel. It's also got the two big freaking tanks. Can't see, they've got a freaking gigantic tank bag. It's such a wide tank bag. I put my big Wolfman tank bag on it, but color display, a little bit fancier than your normal kind of Tenere. Pretty freaking cool. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a bit of a solo trip, 6 days on the Tenere World Raid. I'm gonna head up to New South Wales and see my old mate Brendogs. Brendan has moved up to Sydney and he's gonna take his WR out and we're gonna freaking do some riding. So the whole idea of the World Raid is it's a freaking world crosser, basically. She's got the big tank, the big range. So I thought, I can't just bloody take it to the forest. We've got to go semi-far on it. So I'm going to do a 6-day trip up to Sydney, New South Wales, avoiding the Hume. I'm going to go up through the Snowy River, have a bit of a solo camp up there, and try not to touch the Hume Highway because it's so boring. But this is a beautiful bike, 2024 World Raid. Got my Krieger set up on the back. This is not for a Tenere. This is for like my 500. So it kind of isn't ideal. Also, there's no tail rack or anything on that. So I've just got like it strapped kind of around and onto these. So it's a little bit janky, but it should be right. They're kind of on there. And my Wolfman giant tank bag. That's probably all I need. I've got my tent and my sleeping bag in here. And I've got my chair and my mattress in there. And this is the other junk I'm taking. 6-day trip, so not a lot. Got some food, probably get more on the way. Fire lighters, because I'm so crap at starting fires. And I'm on my own, so I can't just let someone else do it. Cables, DJI Action 4. Might be filming with another camera as well, but you'll have to see a bit later on to see about that. The old titanium spork, titanium pot. All I need, really. Torches and stuff. I'm freaking ready to go, man. I bought this in America, a new little Thermarest pillow. That's freaking awesome. Goes really good. But the best shit I've got, the best stuff, the stuff I'm most excited about is this Fox. This is the Fox Recon Gore-Tex Pro. I'd say it's adventure gear. It feels like motocross gear, man. It is so light, so lightweight. You know, so this is the Fox Recon. You know, I've used a lot of adventure gear. I do love my Revit set, but it's just so heavy and bulky. This literally just feels like you're wearing a raincoat. I've said it before. It is fantastic gear. Even though it's going to be a bit cold, it's still, you know, I'm going up through Canberra and through the Snowy River. It's going to be pretty cold. I'm taking this gear. It's just so goddamn good. Probably not going to rain, but if it does, man, Gore-Tex Pro should be right. So that's the gear I'm going to be wearing. I got the brown and the black just to switch it up. Humble WR, you're staying home. KTM 500 is staying home. We're taking the Tenere. So I've ridden a lot of Teneres. I haven't ridden a World Raid though. So I've ridden Nerbs. I've ridden a few other Teneres. Nerbs got updated suspension slightly. I think it's got better internals. But this is the factory upgraded suspension, which would be good to... Obviously, I'm going to compare it to my 790, but more recently, the Ducati Desert X is going to be the comparison. I really enjoyed the Desert X. I thought it was a bloody awesome bike, so that's probably going to be the biggest comparison. That Desert X had the rear tank on it as well, so probably a similar range. I think it had about 23, 24 litres of fuel on the Desert X, so this is pretty similar. So we'll try it out. I'm not really doing sand on this thing. It's going to be more forest, but that'll really test the suspension out. You know, whoops, hitting some big things. We'll really test out that fork, make sure she's good. But I love a Tenere, man. Love the motor in it. Just really easy to ride. I'm excited to actually spend some quality time on a Tenere. It's going to be really fun. The big World Raid. that's what we're gonna try out, boys. Anyway, I leave at 6 AM tomorrow, and I'm freaking still sorting out my freaking gear and shit. So a little bit shambles, but I'll try and get this video up quick. I've got a lot of videos I need to upload. I've got my Europe trip on a GS, and I've got my America trip that I did with my wife. My wife's also pregnant, so we need to start looking at KTM 50cc's or little Pee-wee 50s or something soon. I'm so excited. I'm just having a kid so I can buy a little 50cc motorbike. That's the only reason. So we got to get our trips in while we can, boys. So because soon it's just going to be trips to the nappy store and stuff. But yeah, pumped. Tomorrow morning, jumping on it. Big world raid. Got a big ride, 700Ks tomorrow. Solo camp, get up to Sydney, hit up Brendan, meet up with these little WR, take the big WR, do an adventure, pump for it, let's go. Tenere.